I'd arrived in Sao Paulo a few weeks before. I was working a protection detail for the kind of people who need protection in a town like this. And what kind of town was this? One where I didn't speak the language and they didn't water down their drinks. So for now, we seemed to get along just fine. Of course, that was about to change.
Hey, brother.
Hey.
How's the cocktail?
Scotch. I never mix my drinks.
Well, at least not on duty.
Something like that. That was the boss lady. Only this time she wasn't calling for more liquor in her cocktail. It wasn't the time, and I was still a little rusty. But the tune was coming again. What have you done with him? They weren't waiting on my say-so. I had to move. The great thing about being famous as well as rich is the bad guys know who to kidnap. There had to be another way out through the VIP lounge. Rich fools love a private exit. Poor bastard's name was Claudio. I found out later he was a pretty big shot soccer player for the Galatians. Some nearly superstar just back from Europe. The usual. Scored goals, scored girls. The only box he'd be getting into now was the one he'd be... It was your typical trendy hellhole. A playground for the overpreened and undernourished. Sushi and house music and vodka. A place you don't get through the door unless you're rich, beautiful, or, in this instance, it seemed, a heavily armed psychopath. I remembered there was a patio upstairs. About the only thing I'd managed to clock in that place was the smoking area.
don't shoot, por favor.
You an American?
Sure. Yeah, I'm from Steele, North Dakota, just outside of Bismarck. Anders Stetling. This is some place, huh? They told me it was a little fresh, but I wasn't expecting things to be quite like this.
No?
No, see, I've seen things. I was a cop for 25 years. I've seen men run over by combines. I've seen husbands who just ate their wives, but a gunfight at a disco.
You were a cop?
Yeah, just retired. Oh, what a life that was. And it gave me the money to raise a family. Oh, I got a girl at college at Wisconsin and a boy who's playing football for Minnesota State. You want to see their picture?
No, that's all right. Sounds nice. Listen, you stay in here. Don't be a hero.
Oh, I won't. I'm retired.
Happy, healthy ex-cop? Give me a break. It looked loud and expensive enough to be Fabiana's. Her fashion sense didn't leave a whole lot of room for imagination, let alone food. The girl sure knew how to draw the eye, and maybe that was the problem. But at least I was heading in the right direction. Victor's political campaign was starting to come unstuck. Seemed the Broncos' luck was on the turn. If only that was the worst news they'd received that day. They were back to finish the job. I figured it was time to start doing mine.
Ficando vergonhoso! Ela não vale a pena. Temos a mulher do branco. Foi por isso que viemos aqui. O serrano vai cortar nosso saco se ela escapar! Eu gostaria de matar essa puta! Tem muita coisa que eu gostaria de fazer com ela. Não parece... Procrastination, one of the many contenders for my epitaph. But if I didn't get to Giovanna soon, the Broncos would be writing hers tomorrow morning. This was a mess. Where the hell was Passos? We were two failed cops failing miserably at being bodyguards. It was Giovanna's necklace. I had to hope the rest of her was still intact.
Pull your shit together, man.
Mr. Victor Bronco. For all his friends in high places, he had just as many enemies.
You go first. I'll cover you. Let's see if this thing works.
Vamos! Agiliza!
Fuck! Looks clear. Let's move while we got the chance. Come on, this way. Go on, I'm right behind you.
Look, I'll deal with the guys on the other side of the fence. Pick me up.
Whatever you say.
Vai pro inferno comigo! Eu estou pronto pra morrer.
I don't know. Looking for something that ain't here, I guess.